Okay, students. So now let's move to the next chapter, that is forms of market. Forms, different kinds of market. Okay. So the introduction. Market is generally understood as a particular place or locality where goods are sold and purchased. But in economics, market refers to an arrangement through which buyers sellers come in contact with each other directly or indirectly, and exchange of goods and services take place among them. Okay. So this is in economic terms, buyers and sellers come together. Okay. So what is the definition of market? According to Augustine Cornett, economists understand the term market not any particular marketplace in which things are bought and sold, but the whole of an region in which buyers and sellers are in such a close contact with each other. The prices of the same goods tend to equality easily and quickly. Okay, so where the buyers and sellers come together and in a close contact with each other, and the prices of the same good tend to be easily and quickly, we can equate the prices. So most of the times the prices are same in a marketplace. Okay, this market is a network of dealings between potential buyers and potential sellers. At any point of time, a market will exist if there are buyers and sellers. Okay, so remember this. What is, there should be buyers and sellers, a product or service to be bought and sold, prices of the product, close contact between buyers and sellers, and knowledge about the market. So these are 5 important things which are important for a place to be called as a market. Okay. Classification of market. Market can be classified on the basis of various criteria. On the basis of place. Okay, so now we are classifying the markets on the basis of place. So where the market is situated. Local market. Local market is where the sellers sell and customers buy a product in the region or area in which it is produced. So if you see the local markets, the things are produced in that market itself and they sell there itself. Next comes the national market. It is a domestic market in a given country. Each national market is governed by the regulation of its own country. Okay, it's in a country. Inside a country is a national market. Okay, then comes international market. It is a worldwide market in which buyers sellers trade in goods and services across the national borders. So which is above the national, which crosses the national border, that is the international market. On the basis of time. Okay, very short period. It is that period in which supply is fixed and price is determined by demand. The time period is for a few days or weeks in which the supply of commodity cannot be increased. Okay, very short period. You cannot increase it immediately. If the demand increases, the supply cannot be increased immediately. Okay, short period. This is very short period. Now the short period. Short period is a period of less than 1 year. In this period, firms can make adjustment in inputs like labor to increase the supply of goods and services. Long period. It's a period in which all the factors of production and cost are variable. In the long run, firms are able to adjust all costs. It's a few years, generally up to 5 years. So long is up to 5 years. Very long period. Very long is the time that is so long that all inputs are variable. It is of more than 5 years. So it's based on time. Very short, long, and very long. Okay, on the basis of competition. So there is competition in the market. So the classification is based on the competition. Competition among the sellers and buyers is the most important criteria for classification of markets in economy. Let us study the various types of markets on the basis of competition among the sellers. Okay, perfect competition. Meaning and definition. Perfect competition is an ideal, it's an imaginary concept because there is no such thing as perfect in this world, rather than an actual market. According to Mrs. Joanne Robinson, perfect competition prevails when the demand for the output of each producer is perfectly elastic. Okay, so perfectly elastic has to be the output of each producer, which cannot happen. This is just an imaginary concept. A perfect competition in which the number of buyer sellers is very large. All the buyer sellers are engaged in buying and selling a homogeneous. What is the homogeneous? Means of same kind. So the examples are like water, air. These are like homogeneous products without any restriction. Moreover, both buyers sellers possess perfect knowledge of market condition. So this is a very rare condition where the buyer may have the knowledge. Okay, seller might have the knowledge, but it's not necessary that the buyer will also have the knowledge of the product. So perfect elastic is very impossible. Okay, what are the following the features of perfect competition? Large number of buyers and sellers. Under perfect competition, there are large numbers of buyers and sellers. As mentioned earlier, each seller forms a negligible part in the total market. Okay, hence none of them is in a good position to influence the price and supply in the market. Thus, sellers are price takers under perfect competition. Okay, so under perfect competition, a seller cannot negotiate or he cannot increase the price because he has a very negligible part in the total market. Okay, the number of buyers is large. The share of each buyer is so negligible that none of them is in a position to influence the price. So the number of buyer sellers is very large, so none of them are able to influence the price in the market. Okay, homogeneous products. So homogeneous, as I told you before, homogeneous means of same kind. Important feature of perfect competitive market is that the product sold is homogeneous or identical. Same kind means it's identical in respect of size, design, color, taste. All the products are perfect substitutes to each other. Okay, so in a market all the products are homogeneous. There is nothing like a competition between each other. Free entry and exit. There are no barriers to the entry and exit of the firms. Any firm can enter or quit the industry at its own will. If there is hope of profit, the firm will enter the market, and if there is possibility of loss, the firm will leave the market. Okay. Single price. A single uniform price prevails under perfect competition, which is determined by the interaction of demand and supply. Because the number of buyers sellers is large, they don't influence the market, and hence there is single price for everything. They cannot negotiate or do influence. Okay. So next is perfect knowledge of market. The buyer sellers possess a perfect knowledge about the market conditions. Every seller and buyer has the knowledge about price, quality, source of supply of product, etc. When you have the knowledge, then it's a perfect competition. Perfect mobility of factors of production. There is a perfect mobility of factors of production under perfect competition. Labor capital are mobile not only geographically but also occupationally. Absence of transport cost. In perfect competition, price is uniform because we assume that the transport cost does not exist. This assumption will lead to uniformity in price. No government intervention. Laissez-faire policy is an important feature of perfect competition. It means there is absence of government intervention in economic activities. So all that we are learning, if you just read the sentences, they're like next to impossible just because it's a perfect competition, which is not possible in reality. Okay, then comes price determination under perfect competition. The interaction of demand supply determines the price of the commodity in perfect competition. This is known as equilibrium price. Marshall has compared the process of price determination to the cutting of cloth with a pair of scissors. Thus, just as both the blades of scissors are required to cut the cloth, both the forces of demand supply are essential to determine the equilibrium price in the market. Okay, the price determination under perfect competition. Okay, so we have to explain this with the help of a schedule and diagram. Okay, what is perfect competition? So in the schedule we have this demand and supply. Price per kg of apples, it's like we have taken the example of apples. In rupees it's like 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. Quantity demanded is 5000 kgs and supplied is 1000. So the demand is more and the supply is less. So demand is greater than supply. Okay, relationship between demand and supply, GD and SS. Okay, so when the price is 200, the demand is 4000, supply is 2000, again the demand is more than supply. When the price is 300, the quantity demanded and supplied is 3000, which is equal, therefore demand and supply are equal. When the price is 400, demand is 2000 but the supply is 4000, whereas in the demand is less than supply. Okay, when the price is 500, the demand is 1000, supply is 5000, where the demand is again less than the supply. So how are we going to understand this? Conclusion from drawn above schedule is when the price rises from 100 to 200, quantity demanded falls from 5,000 to 4,000, whereas supply increases from 1,000 to 2,000. This is because demand falls with rise in price and supply rises with rise in price. This is a stage where demand is greater than supply. Okay. So when the price is low, the demand is obviously high, but the supply is low at that time. When price rises to 300, quantity demanded and quantity supplied is equal, that is 3000 kg. This is a stage of equilibrium where DD is equal to SS, that is known as equilibrium. Okay. Hence rupees 300 becomes the equilibrium price where the demand and supply are same. When price further rises from 400 to 500, demand falls from 2000 to 1000, supply rises from 4000 to 5000 kg. The supply is greater than demand. The process of price determination is explained in the figure, the next page. Okay. So here now you have this schedule. According to this schedule, you have to draw this graph. Okay. On y-axis you have prices in rupees per kg, and in x-axis you have the quantity demanded and quantity supplied. So here you have this 1000 rupees of quantity demanded and supply, 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, and then you have the price as 100 to 500. Okay. So here you have this point when the price is equilibrium, when the quantity and supply both are at 3000. Okay. At 300, 3000 is the demand and supply. So here this line goes from here, from at 1000, okay, it's 100. Okay. So you have to plot this point, and when you join this point, you will see that it will become a big X. Okay. So here the supply is greater than demand, here demand is greater than supply. Okay. And here demand is equal to, at this point demand is equal to supply. So this is known as the equilibrium price. So this was the example of demand and supply schedule, and this were all what we explained is the perfect competition, which in reality is not possible. Okay. So that's it for today's lecture. In the next lecture we'll learn about the imperfect competition. Okay. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much.